Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So excited to come to you. And today we're going to be talking to you about how to visualize your goals and your dreams. We all have goals and we all have dreams. Unfortunately, many of us don't know how to achieve them. So just before we got started, we were talking a little bit about, making your dreams come true and some things that you will need to do. So today we're going to be masterminding out of the book by Jack Canfield called Success Principles. So we want to encourage you, if you don't have that book, go over to Amazon, grab it. It will be a life changer for you. And so just picking a little bit back on yesterday, we had the lovely Diane Klein lead our hangout, and she was sharing about visualization. She was sharing about the power of visualization and how, once you begin to visualize things, your brain automatically picks it up and starts receiving it, and you start acting on it. So we talked a little bit about that yesterday. So we're going to do a continuation of visualization and some things that I found that were really, really important as I try to get back to the chapter. And it looks like I've lost page. Okay, I know where I'm at now. Okay, so we're on page number 83, right? And I'm not going to read this unless I'm just totally led to. I'm just going to just kind of tell you or direct you to the page and some of the things that I thought were really important as I was reading this. So it's talking about the process of visualization for your future, right? And most of us, we think that visualizing is, just kind of like, sitting around and maybe like seeing something, but we really don't understand the details of it. So for example, if you want a new home, you want to visualize, the house. Is it going to be brick? Is it going to be aluminum siding? Is it going to be, what do you call it? Is it going to have is it going to have a pond? Do you want to live in a country? Are you smelling the fresh outdoors? What is that actually like for you? Describing that. So that's one of the things that Jack brought out in his book. And what he said was you should be doing this 10 to 15 minutes a day, right? So not only should you be doing this 10 to 15 minutes. Now, let's say, for example, you have maybe 5 or 6 goals. You got 5 or 6. Then you should be spending the time, on each one of these goals. Look at the goal, close your eyes and visualize yourself accomplishing that goal. Literally see yourself in that place before you get there. And as Diane discussed yesterday, that's when the RAS will come into play, and things will just start happening for you because your subconscious mind will cause you to start living in the moment of that visualization. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's just how it works. So if it works, why fight it? Why go against the grain? You want a new living room, living room set, or you want to remodel your kitchen. What do most of us do? Most of us, we kind of, write out what we want, how we want that kitchen to look. Then we start planning how much money is it going to cost. Then we going out, we started looking at, even before that, we probably go start looking at other kitchens. And then we start looking at how much it's going to cost for the material or what kind of material that we want. You start doing all of those things, and eventually, because you saw it for so long and you wanted it for so long, eventually you have that new kitchen set. So just kind of wanted to just start there, and I want to hear from the lovely ladies on our panel, and I want to go ahead and introduce them. Ladies, I forgot to put the link in the group for the others. Can you please put the link in there for me, please? Okay. So we have the lovely Diane Klein and the lovely Jody Maley with us also. So Jody or Diane, do you want to come out and share your thoughts on visualization and how it can actually help you reach your goals and your dreams?
Sure, Rachel, I'll come out and talk a little bit. I'll tell you my experience with what I've experienced the last 6 months. Is that, understood. What's happened? Since I've understood the power of visualization, is that I read in a book quite a while ago. I don't even remember which book it was. Maybe it was a Bob Proctor book. But they said you be the actor or actress in your own movie, and eventually when you have these visualized pictures in your mind, you're actually going to feel like you're in the movie, and eventually it transpires and it's your real life. And that has been coming alive for me here lately because I started doing that. Every night when I went to sleep, I saw my vision. I saw what kind of house I wanted. I saw what we wanted to have, what we wanted to live in. And slowly and surely it's happening. I was thinking about how I want to go shopping and buy my kids the coats they want and the clothes they want. I want to have my fridge full of the foods we like to cook with and stuff and be healthy, you know. And it all just started falling in place when I understood and realized about doing this on daily basis. And what inspired me and amazed me was the more I focused on it and the more detailed I got and the more of my five senses I used, the more real it was. So I know at the beginning it kind of feels strange and it might sound strange to a lot of you, but just start doing it. Just start small and grow from there. Grow from that little picture of what you have and expand. Put some details. Put a beautiful couch in the living room. Put this in there. Put a plant beside it. You know, it just starts happening from there. Back to you, Rachel.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Diane, for sharing. And as you said, you know, I mean, you've shared your story, you've shared your experiences, how since you have changed and you began to visualize things, everything that you desired started to happen for you. And so, you know, most people think, you know, they have to wait a year or 2 years or 3 years. What we want you to understand is that you don't have to wait that long. You know, in our subject line, we said in less than 90 days, right? So like, Rachel, you must be crazy. In less than 90 days, yes, it's that powerful for you, because what happens is once you visualize something, your mind begins to go to work. So if you needed $1 million, your mind would start coming up with $1 million ideas. It's just how it works. So it's really, really powerful when you visualize things and see them as you want. So something that I did, and this really, really was funny, because what's today's date? Today is the 14th, right? So 9, 10, 11.
13.
Is it the 13th? Okay, wow, okay.
You just gained a day of your life back.
So what I did was I did something a little bit different, and I said, you know, I don't know if I really want to do this, and for me, I think that this happens to a lot of people, and that is fear of, you know, what ifs. What if this happens, or what if that? So I said, well, what if I write this check for $1 million and somebody gets a hold of it and they cash it right now? So, you know, for a while I would not write it. Well, today I wrote the check. After reading through this right here, I wrote the check for $1 million by, and again, I don't know how I'm going to come up with it, but I said 12/31/14. I'm going to have. This is $1 million. I probably should have said 100,000, but I'm just going to, because this is another thing too. Even though $1 million is in my vocabulary, $1 million probably would be a good goal for next year. So I probably should change that date to next year. Probably more like 100,000 would be more reasonable, because that's one of the things that you have to be careful is not to overextend your goal, not to go farther and beyond. If you're not making a, you know, say for example you want to make $500,000 and you're not even making $20 extra a month, you want to do that in 90 days, that's really not realistic, right? So you want to stay in the realistic zone too. You ladies, either one of you want to touch on that?
I think what's been kind of hitting me the last couple of days is we've been going through this process again with the help of Jack Canfield. And by the way, my name's Jody. I am from BC, and I'm wearing a shirt today that says Canadian Girls Rock. Anyways, just kind of my fun. You know, as we were doing our goals and doing that the other day, and you need to choose, too, what kind of, how you want to receive your goals, okay, and what kind of thing you want to do. For me, writing it out is important, and I actually wrote out 4 pages, and I know everyone here is like, what, 4 pages? But when I read it out, and for me, I like hearing myself. Okay, so I made sure that I was in a very calm, a very relaxed, a very focused mood before I actually put it onto my iPhone. And it didn't actually take as long as what I thought. I thought, oh my gosh, 4 pages, that's going to take a long time. It only took 6 minutes. So 6 minutes of time that I put onto my iPod, and I am making the effort, okay, because it's one thing to have your goals. It's one thing to either have them written out where you're saying them every day, or like I've done, I've recorded myself, and twice a day, I've been doing it for the last few days. It's the first thing that I wake up to. So as I get out of bed and I'm just saying my grateful things for what right now I'm grateful for, and then that's one of the first things I do is grab my iPhone, plug it in, and just listen to myself so that I'm starting the day knowing where I want to be 90 days from now. And just like you said, Rachel, I included stuff in there like specific date at time, specific things as to where in 90 days, it's kind of like I've looked back of what I've done in the last 90 days is how I did my goals. So I had things like I have team members who are helping me with different things to run my business, and I'd say I'm so glad that, you know, on day 20 of this 90-day challenge, I was in the process of hiring my first assistant. Last week, I was so grateful because last week our floor plans came for our new house. And so those are kind of stuff that I implemented into what I wanted my 90 days to look like, and I can visualize it more when I can hear myself. So for me, that's just an option. If for you, though, it's by writing out by hand. And by the way, I think Rachel mentioned this the other day, it becomes more powerful when you just don't put it into your computer. Okay? It really, really becomes a lot more powerful to take an actual pen and paper and write it out. Okay? So physically writing it out and not just putting it on your computer, it connects you more to your goal.
Awesome, Jody. Wow, that was powerful. And you know, you had some good points, because one of the things that you brought up in our mastermind sessions was the fact that you literally like hearing your voice. So your major definite, I mean, you know, because we call it the major definite purpose also, and that's originally from Napoleon Hill, for those of you who have read Think and Grow Rich. So her major definite purpose is a lot more detailed, right? So she's feeling it, she's touching it, she's actually experiencing it. And what she does is she puts her recording on, where she records her voice, where she can just play that back to herself. So even at times, maybe you're just kind of like running around at the last minute trying to get ready for work or whatever you're trying to do, you can still play that, and it's still going to be effective for you. So I thought that was a great tip also, Jody. One of the things that I would like to right now challenge each one of you to do is think about something that you want. Just pick one thing that you want right now. And you probably have a really long list, but I just want you to pick one. And those of you that are listening, write down, ladies in the chat box, write it down. What is the one thing that you want? And those that are, you know, those that have come to join us, I think I forgot to say welcome, so welcome. And write down what's the one thing that you want. We want to hear from you, the one thing that you want. And I'm looking over in the chat box, ladies, to see what that one thing is.
It says on mine that it's disabled. So maybe
you know what?
If you're in control of the panel for the Q&A, just make that.
Yeah, I think that I forgot to enable it because we came on early.
Yeah.
So I can't do that here in this box. So what you can do, though, you can write it inside of the Google Plus. If you're inside of Google Plus, you can type it on there, and I'll go over there and look at it. So the one thing that you want, okay, let me see. I see Sharon. Let me see what the Sharon's saying. Gotta go back over here. Okay, she wants her husband to retire by December the 16th, 2014. Okay, all right. So Sharon, you already know what your activity is going to be right now, because we're going to go into this. Okay, Jody and Diane, I'm waiting for yours, and I'm waiting for those that are here listening in to write down, type what's the one goal that you want. People that we have listening in, just tell us, you know, type in your one goal. Is it right up under the video? There is it says say something. You can type right there and tell us what is the one goal that you want. Just wait, and then while you're doing that, I'm going to write down mine as well. Okay. So for mine, I'll tell you mine, and I'll move to the other. Well, no, I can tell you theirs because they have them down right now. The writing before I forget. And ladies, it is not spell check is not good. Okay. So we have here. Diane wants to buy our house in the next 6 months by January 15, 2015. That's awesome, Diane. So, Diane, you know what you're going to be doing in a minute, right? We really are going to go and do this exercise. We're going to go right now and see ourselves, see this happening. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to literally visualize this happening in our lives. And Jody says 83,400 month by January the 1st. Okay. So Jody, you know that check needs to be written, right? That check, you got to write that check out so that it can become real to you. And then you put that in front of you every day. And so mine was where I was trying to type and talk at the same time, which is not good for me. Mine is to move into our new home on, I think the date that I put on it was February the 11th, 2014. So our new home, February 11th, 2014. And this was something that
2015.
No, 2015. I'm sorry. Thank you, Sharon. And this is something that our family, we did in our family meeting. We actually sat down and we talked about, you know, what is it that we want. And one of the things that we all want is to move. You know, we have mold in this house, and it's kind of like, you know, we need to get out of here. You know, so it's really time to take action. And one of the things that I share with my children often is, in order to be a ruler over many things, you have to learn how to be a ruler over a few things. So why would God bless you with something bigger if you don't take care of what you currently have? So we're really focused on taking care of where we're at so that we can be blessed with more. And I think that that's crucial in every area, whether it's a house, or whether it's your teammates, or whatever it is that you're desiring. It's important that you take care of the little things so that you can be ruler over many. So why would, you know, you be blessed with $1 million when you don't know how to manage $50,000, right? So, you know, in that, you know, it may mean you learning how, and one of your visualizations or one of your goals may be, you know, how do I manage my money? You know, that might need to be something before you can actually get to the other place. So let's take a couple minutes. Let me go over here and look. Hey, Eugenia, good having you.
Hi, guys.
I'll tell you what, we're going to do an exercise. So if you want to type, or go over to the chat box. Nope, not. Look, there's no options here. You got to do it. Go over to the chat box and type in your goal. What is one goal, one thing that you want? And type that in the box. And then let me see. Okay, so I have someone that says, this is Patricia, I want to earn $10,000 a month by December the 2014. Okay, so Patricia, you've already heard, and I'm so glad to see you. You already heard what the exercise was. I want everyone, those that have written it down, so let's close our eyes and literally see that experience, see it happening in your life. I mean, and again, Patricia, you're going to need to write a check. A check is going to make it more powerful to you and dated for December 2014. So ladies, let's forget about all distractions. We're just going to close our eyes and just see our vision coming true, okay? Wow, that was just kind of a short visualization, and I didn't want anybody to come over and think we were crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't care. But I didn't want him to come over here and say, "Oh God, what are they doing over here?" So anyway,
we all sleep, Rachel.
What'd you say, Sharon?
We all asleep.
Oh Lord, they done lost their mind.
Yep, we all taking a nap.
What'd you say, Sharon?
We all taking a nap.
It was all sleeping on the hangout. so, I don't know about you all, but that was, for the short portion of that, was really, really good for me. You know, and what I saw a nice, neat house where I'm at, and I saw my children in alignment with that. You know, they weren't leaving their things laying around. I saw us packing the things up literally, like we were literally moving out of here tomorrow, not 6 months. I was literally seeing it as if it was happening tomorrow. Like, okay, things are being packed today, and tomorrow the truck is coming to get our stuff, and we're leaving out of here. And then from that, it went to, you know, getting our new home. I had my maid; she was helping me to put stuff up. You know, it was like I wasn't there just doing it by myself. And then, you know, like I've always in the past not want a big yard, because I'm like, you know, I know my husband is not going to want to take care of the grass and all that stuff, you know, and I don't want to fight with him about taking care of the grass and stuff. So we just go, you know, we got lawn service going. We got everything going that we need to keep our house. And then the last part of it was I saw something that I love to do is entertain. I love to have people over to my house. I love to, but, you know, I love to do all those things. But since, you know, I'm where I'm at, I don't really invite people over here because I'm not happy about this house. I don't, you know, there's nothing about this house that makes me want to invite people. And that's really bad. So I see myself back to being myself again, where I'm inviting people over my house again, and we're having a good time. You know, my friends are coming over, we're laughing, we're, you know, I'm having Bible study. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff that I know that I don't do, you know. So, and that's mine. Anybody want to share theirs?
I do, Rachel. Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead, Di.
Mine was, I started out where we were driving downtown to the lawyer's office because we're getting ready to sign the papers to own our house. And my husband's all dressed up. He doesn't do that very often. He's got a beautiful light blue shirt because he looks very good in blue. And we go in the elevator up to the lawyer's office, and we're casually dressed up, but the lawyer is really dressed up, and he's wearing a white shirt. And his suit jacket is on the chair behind him, and we chit-chat with him. He's very, very friendly and outgoing, and he's very comfortable to be around him. And his office smells like citrus, almost like he's got a citrus freshener plugged in. And he's offering us coffee, and we're chatting about our house, and we're talking about it, and we're feeling comfortable with him. And as we leave, we're all done with him. We signed the papers and everything, and we're on our way home in our new Jeep, in our truck we had bought. And we're talking about going to find some floor plans and looking at show homes because we're rebuilding this house. So that's about where I got to.
Awesome. Ooh, Diane, that's nice. I can't wait to actually hear about this happening. So those that are listening in, share us about, right on the wall, what yours was like as you were visualizing. Patricia, tell us what was, you know, type. And if you ever want to join the Hangout, you're more than welcome to come in here and join with us. Anyone that's listening, if you ever want to come on the panel, we would love to have you to come and be a part. But type and let us know under the video, you know, what was your experience like when you did your visualization exercise? One more person. Anybody else want to come out and share theirs?
Yeah.
While we're waiting for them.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I might as well just let all three come up with. Everybody just go ahead and do it. This is a big hangout. Everybody's. I don't want anybody feeling left out. Okay, go ahead.
Too funny. I had, because we were doing this process of the goals and stuff and writing it out, one of the other books that I listened to, because again, I got to hear it to get it sinking into me, and one of the things that she had recommended, and because mine's a monetary goal, but I have 3 goals that I'm focusing on, and if you can see this is the money one. So because I was thinking of the money one as an example, and I put a little dot right in the middle there. And this was by Rhonda Bryan, the author of The Secret, who said to do this. And you put beside it what you want your goal to be, and then a little dot. And she says that if you can focus a powerful energy or something positive, that all you need to make it come true is just power of that dot. So I thought that was really powerful. And I envision a little bit different because of something that you said there, Rachel, that kind of connected me more to the monetary goal, which is I need to brand my own name. So I saw myself branding that and buying. I already have the websites and stuff, so I just have to get going the business license. And then I envision myself meeting my first assistant, because obviously to make that kind of monetary goal, I'm going to need somebody to kind of help me keep everything in line. And then I envision myself meeting a new accountant, because having an accountant and knowing what my tax guidelines, things like that is important to me. So I really want to thank you, Rachel, because that little exercise pulled me into, yes, I want this by January, but here's some of the necessary steps I have to take. So that was really good.
Absolutely, Jody, and that's key. I think part of that's the process that Jack talks about. You know, you automatically start going to work towards the thing that you want. So yes, you're visualizing yourself actually doing this, but in order to get that, you got to put some work in. You know, just to think that it's just going to come, it doesn't happen like that. But you actually start getting creative with ideas and what to do in order to get there. So it's really, really important that you do the exercise. So I want to hear from. Let me see. We have Sharon. Let me make sure Patricia. Let me see if Patricia wrote anything down. Okay. Okay. She says, I saw myself with all bills paid by me and taking a trip to, is that in Kauai, Hawaii for a vacation? Oh, that sounds like so much fun, Patricia. Oh my gosh. Let us know when you go. Really, seriously, we want to hear about that. And saw myself jet skiing, taking a helicopter. Oh, she is my type of, this is my type of girl right here. Let me see. Saw myself jet skiing, taking helicopter tours, and kayaking around the islands with the love of my life. Now that sounds like fun. I don't know, ladies. I think Patricia is adventurous. What do you all think?
I agree.
Oh wow, that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to hear. We cannot wait to hear about your story. Please keep us posted. And again, if you ever want to join us on the panel, just let us know. We are here. Okay, now let's go back and listen to who else we have. Sharon and Eugenia.
Okay. In order for our goal to take place, we need to make sure that all of our income producing activities are performed each day. And the goal, in order for the December 16th date to be effective, is to be pulling in $40,000 per month. I see myself or see Lucky and sitting there completing all of the income producing activities. I see him connecting with friends in on Facebook in the business world. I see him with them LinkedIn and all of the activities needed to connect the business so that we can grow the business and complete all of their duties, get more leads, sign-ups into the business. And when you get the sign-ups, you get the residual income. And the residual income is what's going to make it possible for the December 16th date to happen. So we need to increase the residual income to a comfortable $40,000 per month.
Awesome, Sharon. I look forward to hearing all about his retirement, and I know that he's going to do it, especially having you to assist him in the journey. I'm so excited about him retiring on December the 16th, 2014. And one thing that we have, before we go to Eugene, I want to remind everyone is that we have to do this every single day. We can't visualize today. Every day you have to wake up and literally see yourself accomplishing that goal. Because that's when it's going to happen. Because, again, your body is automatically going to go towards what you need to do in order to make it happen. And those things that you should not be doing, those things that you are wasting your time on, you won't do them anymore because of the fact that they're not leading you towards your goal. That's another reason why it's really, really important for you to visualize that every single day. Let me make sure there's nobody else on the panel sharing theirs. Okay. Okay, so Eugenia, you want to come out and share your goal with us? Yeah. And what that experience was like when you visualized? We can't hear you.
Okay. Now you can hear me. Okay.
We can hear you now.
Is I'm going slowly, and I saw myself writing a check every single month with $5,000. I've been struggling. Well, things has it. I want to put this in a positive way. We're going through a very stressful time at home financially because everything we've done before with my ex-husband for the girls have always been together. The assistance that I was getting from him hasn't been coming in because he's been jobless. So I've been trying to get there, but I saw myself making myself checks of $5,000 every single month. And in the process of doing that, getting my business together, getting the license that I need to get, getting in contact with the accountant, the tax person, and setting up all the things the right way along the way. So within this 4-month period, I saw myself doing those things.
Awesome. So Maria, your goal is actually to be writing a $5,000 check to yourself by December December. Now, what day? You want to put a date on that? What date?
By December 31st.
December 31st. Okay. All right. And what'd you say, Maria?
It's by December 31st. I want to accomplish all those. I'm writing my checks every month for $5,000, having my business all settled down, and having everything up to where it's supposed to be.
Okay. And so what's going to happen is, as you are visualizing yourself writing that check, everything that you need to do is going to just start happening for you. Getting the business license is going to happen. Getting the accountant is just going to happen. You're going to start moving to that way because in order to maintain a $5,000 a month without a job, there's some things that you're going to need to do on your part. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your story and your success of visualizing that. Wow, ladies, this has been a really, really awesome video. And one of the things that I really want to, a couple things I want to bring out, and they are, make sure that you have, you fix your mindset. If you have negative thinking, if you have negative pictures in your mind, it's going to keep you from reaching that goal. So as Maria said, she has some challenges, but she had to come back and look at what she wants. Because when you focus on the negative, that's what you're going to get, right? The third thing is to make sure you move your imagination into the real world. So, this is not just an imagination. This is really you actually living it, you're experiencing it, touching it. Make it become as real as possible, right? And then also you want to, take some time, not always to be busy in the day. Take out some time. Take out some time, as Jody mentioned earlier. She says, in the evening time, after I've done all my income-producing activities, I want to take from 1 to 4. If I want to write my book, or if I just want to relax and I want to read a book, whatever I want to do. So it's really, really important that you take some time. Do you need 1 to 4? Probably not. Jody just likes a lot of relaxation. She has her family there. She has children and stuff, so it makes a lot of sense. But, make sure that you're taking some time to slow down and enjoy life. You want to also visualize the personality traits that you need or you want to be. Like, for example, for me, I want to be a speaker. So what I need to really do is start focusing on my speaking skills. I need to really get back into Toastmasters. I used to do Toastmasters, but there's so many other things going on that I need to take place first before I can get there. One of the things that I want to remind you of is, remember, there is a process, and there's on course, off course, on course, off course. And as long as I'm on course, I'll eventually get to being to my Toastmaster meetings where I am going to be that motivational speaker that I desire to be. I'm already there. I'm a motivational speaker now, but I want to be the best motivational speaker. So there's some things that I need to do in order to do that. And then affirmations every day. Not only do you want to close your eyes and see it, but you want to speak it. I am, whether you want to lose weight, I am losing, or I have lost, not I am. I have lost 20 pounds on, today is April, no, today is August. you know, the end of August, so, you know, like September the 1st, I've lost 20 pounds, you know, or whatever you want to, you know, make sure that you're using affirmations. And then you want to not only have short-term goals, you want to have long-term goals. You want to, you know, be realistic. I talked about that earlier. You know, just write $1 million check. It's kind of a big, you know, amount, a large amount. If I haven't written that $1,000, so I really need to change that to 1,000, right? And then, you know, push beyond. You know, get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you're always comfortable, that's going to tell you there is definitely something wrong. The last thing that I want to bring out to you is to be the star. So, you know, we talked about visualizing, and one of the things that I started out doing, and I realized that I need to go back and do that again, is my visualization. I mean, for me, I started out like creating this visualization board. I had all these magazines, I had everything on my table, but I couldn't find the pictures that I wanted, you know, so it kind of discouraged me from finishing my visualization board. So what I realized was what I can do is I can just go get words. Words have power. Words still are visual. They have like you know, in the books they have like pictures of, I mean, words that's like an image picture, and put my picture on it. Make yourself a part of your visualization board. If you are, you know, if you see this nice house, put your picture in the middle of the nice house. If you see yourself, you know, if you got a picture of a stage, put your picture on that stage. Make it real to you. So, you know, with me, you know, the word success, if I can't find a picture of success, I'll cut out, you know, the word success and put my picture on here. So, I mean, I had to do a little bit more research to really understand the power of that, because I was like, and you see, I mean, like I've done some things over here. This is like, you know, like my productivity time. This is the time that I'm most productive, and I have my little charts here. So I'm moving to things that work for me. And one thing that I think many of us don't understand is it's a process. You're not going to do it all overnight. Don't try to be Superman or Superwoman thinking that you have to have all this done right away. But on the other hand, don't get lazy. Like right now, if you're here on this Hangout, and you're hearing, okay, I need to do a visualization board, or I need to visualize, do something. Take one of these activities, and what's going to happen is every day that you do it, you'll start adding on another activity, and the next thing you know, all those things that you need to accomplish, you're taking care of them and you're getting them done. That is it for now. I just want to say thank you very much to all of you who have came out. And before I say actually goodbye, I just want to make sure that there's still no one on listening and have any other questions. So if you're listening, if you have any questions, type them in the box below the video so that we can answer the questions for you. Ladies, anything else you want to say before we leave out?
I just want to add one thing about when you are in this process of what you want and stuff like that. You have to make it tailored to yourself too. So, for example, on one of the pills that I'm taking for my migraines, I've actually gained quite a bit of weight, and I put down, okay, I want to lose X amount of pounds. Well, that's not going to work for me because I don't actually own a scale. So I don't have a scale available in my house. So I had to change that to, I want to be back to a size 8. And then I went through my closet and I picked out my favorite size 8 pieces, and I have them hung prominently, so that's the first thing I see when I go into my bedroom. And then I just am thankful that God has allowed me to have a better health and healthy choices so I can fit back into my size 8 clothes. So make the parameter tailored to yourself. That's all I wanted to add.
That's a good point, because a lot of times we do, you know, we look at other people, what they're doing, and we're like, how can we do it? Or you can't get a hold of something. So, you know, that's when your creative side comes in. I mean, Jody, that's pretty creative. Okay, I don't have a scale, so I'll just grab these clothes over here and still make it work. Anyone else want to share before we close this hangout out?
Yeah, I just wanted to make this little quote that maybe when you're visualizing yourself, I have so much trouble saying that word. Try to ground yourself to the floor, or imagine that your energies are going to they are coming out of your feet and connecting to earth, and then with the universe and God, and try to see. And that this works with me when I am in that point that I can see light going from the earth through my body connected with the universe. That's when I can see myself doing things that I want to accomplish. And I can visualize the things as you were talking, like the be the star, the affirmations. I want to be a speaker. See, and it's easier for me to visualize what I want to have in my life at that point. I don't know if you can understand me. I mean, like align your energies with the energies of Earth and the universe helps you to soothe down your other thoughts, get your mind just in that little thing that you're visualizing.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Eugene. I appreciate your quote and your tips. We appreciate that very much. Anyone else? Diane, Sharon? If not, we're going to close this out. And thank you very much, Patricia, for coming. I did see what you said. Thank you. So thank you for coming. We really else. I just want to say thank you for hanging out with us. This has truly been a good hangout. It's definitely something that I am encouraged with. You know, as I was sharing with you all, you know, some challenges are going on right now, but this hangout inspires me to keep pushing, to keep going. And ladies, I could not do it without you. So I really, really appreciate this mastermind session. And I'm looking forward to seeing each one of you as you reach your dreams, your goals, and every God-given talent that has been given to you, that you use it to your fullest ability. If you are looking to be a part of our group, find us at Fearless Online Entrepreneurs on Facebook, and also you can find us on our website, Fearless Online Entrepreneurs. Come connect with us if you ever want to hang out with some ladies, and just because after here we get on, we have another mastermind session. We just kind of talk, and we talk about, you know, things in our business that need work on, things that we need to change. You know, we may do, you know, co-ops together. We do little things together. So if you're ever looking to be a part of something greater than yourself, then we're definitely here to support you in that journey. Take care. God bless, and we will see you